Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Flag 18.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Third and 6 yards to go. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Gives it on the option. Here's a little room there. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Caught in the backfield, it's Bowman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the ground with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll go right back to it. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Out and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Moving out of the pocket. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous 1st down.
They're working that left side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry up. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Walker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Rebels. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. He's open on the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Back to pass on second down. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's just nice, man, to have a big tight end that can work the middle of the field. Like, I can throw it over linebackers' heads, and he's big enough to really be a target before it gets to the safeties. And they run these post patterns, man, and when you throw them on time, they're extremely hard to stop.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Makes a catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
And the Bobcats will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it go. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He rifles one deep down the right side. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. It'll be 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Thomas. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stopped running room on that return. And
dude, this dude just fucking locked onto me.
Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Finds his man down the middle. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were... there as soon as he got the ball.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Using his feet. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Might be changing the route. Headed to the edge, it's Thomas. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play. What do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having time to go through. If I'm a defensive back, I'm going right to the defensive line. Hey, bro, can we get some pressure on the quarterback, man? That's unacceptable.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. Third down coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Punt is on its way. He's got it. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bring in the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Washington State Cougars taking on the number 21 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Cougars able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Bobcats will punt this one away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Got a little space. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Glover. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Spits it out to the back. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield. It's Bowman. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Bobcats will hustle to the line. They'll try to run for it. Breaks into the open.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here is the offense on the 3rd play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The short hands. It's Hodges.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines. There's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along, and they really need to make something happen.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running inside, it's Thomas. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. This time he wants to throw. Under fire. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Might have a chance. Hits him with a stiff arm. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now on the counter. Maybe a crease. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Just going to keep it after the snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bobcats. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Rebels offense is back on the field. Tie game, 4th quarter. Plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Stepping to the right. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thomas. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown, Rebels. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Rebels surge back on top. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. The Bobcats want to move quickly.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the foot. They've got a 1st down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the counter. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throwing on the run. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. And the Bobcats headed quickly to the line. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. It's complete on the right side. They get it down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The Bobcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.